Hey guys, it's Sim, and this is Wrestling Unlimited, as it's Monday, the 27th of March, 2023, and this is the Wrestling Wrap-Up, a handful of news brought to you in one easy-to-watch video, or listen on podcast platforms, whichever you prefer. But as far as today's show does go, we do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... 8 or 9 stories. One or two of these may be going together as one kind of thing. So, yeah. Oh, wait. Maybe some more news just came out. Get 1 second. Just saw someone just sent me something. I'm gonna look into that for later. All right, so as far as today's show does go, we're going to talk about if the roster actually even wants CM Punk back in AEW. Mickie James revealed her injury that kept her from defending her title last week. WWE announced the next member of the Hall of Fame, a top superstar, is actually going to work WrestleMania injured, and so much more, because again, this is the Wrestling Wrap-Up. A handful of news brought to you in one easy-to-watch video every Monday and Friday morning, roughly around 11 to 11:30 a.m. Pacific. We bring you all the latest news in the world of professional wrestling. You can watch this or listen a couple of different ways. You can either watch live on YouTube, or you can watch live on Twitch. You can watch later on YouTube or listen later on podcast services all around the globe like Stitcher, Spotify, Google Pod, Apple Pod, Anchor, iHeartRadio, and so much more. Also, remember, you can help us out by subscribing to the channel right here, follow on Twitch. One of two different ways. You can either subscribe or follow, however you want to call it, with a tiered subscription or with Amazon Prime. Because remember, if you have Amazon Prime or have access to anybody's Amazon Prime account, then you have Prime Gaming. Prime Gaming gives you a lot of cool things like free games, free stuff for games, and they always give you one free subscription to any Twitch channel you want to subscribe to throughout the month. And I'd greatly appreciate it if you did right here. Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Also, remember, if you're watching on YouTube, you can help us out over there as well by becoming a channel member. As a channel member, you get early access to news, early access podcast episodes, early access non-news videos, and so much more. And finally, head over to the Epic Game Store. Head over to the Epic Game Store and buy something. Whether you're buying a new game, whether you're buying an old game, whether you're claiming a free game or getting bucks for Rocket League, Fortnite, Fall Guys, or Rumbleverse, use this code right here, PW Unlimited, at checkout, and you will be supporting us at no extra cost. Trying to get into that new season of Fortnite? The mega season's out. We'll use the code. You're going to buy The Last of Us Part 1 on PC tomorrow? Use this code. Trying to play the brand new Crime Boss Rock A City, or however it's said? Use code PWU NLIMITED at checkout, and you can support us at no extra cost. Right now, they got a Square Enix sale. They got a pretty good Square Enix sale right now. Go get Kingdom Hearts 3. Go get Final Fantasy 7. Go play Forspoken if you want. But if you do, use this code. You'll be supporting us at no extra cost. But with that, as far as our first news story does go, I don't know why I said it like that. That's to do with CM Punk. Last week, Punk kind of shot on the company, AEW that is. He said that Moxley wanted to do Rocky 3, and he's never seen a Rocky movie. That he was just going to get squashed and lose to Mox like he did last year. And that Tony Khan wanted him to work injured. Punk didn't want to work injured. He then called Jericho a stooge and a liar, and called Meltzer a liar, and all this different stuff came out. Now we got some more news on CM Punk and AEW as far as if the roster even wants him back. And this does come from, let me get the correct source here. Say Wade Keller over at PW Torch, as he stated the following. For one, Jon Moxley and CM Punk do not like each other that much. Anybody I asked around will say that. It's very clear. There's a tension to a degree. Certainly, they are not in a position nowhere anyone would predict that they would want to work together, or if they would even feel comfortable working together on a promo or whatever. From what I can gather, the sentiment is that he's just not welcome back. The wrestlers don't want him back. The majority of wrestlers don't want him back. I would go as far as to say that my sources are saying the mass majority of wrestlers don't want him back. One person said maybe 1 or 2 of the top third of the roster want him back in top half. And then there are some younger guys who liked him. In terms of top stars, the politics are not terribly among the top guys. There's some tension among the top guys, but it's mostly Punk doesn't get along with Hangman. Punk doesn't get along with Moxley. Punk doesn't get along with Kenny. Punk doesn't get along with the Bucks. Punk doesn't get along with MJF. Actually, I'm not sure on the MJF thing, but I think the way things went down, even the situation, it's not as strong as it once was. Keller would also go on to state, quote, Punk is the exception to that right now. Him going off on Instagram really hurt the chances of him being welcomed back. One wrestler I talked to outright said that it might, no matter what the wrestlers think, if Tony Khan wants Punk back, Punk might get brought back. He would then go on to also state that, again, that Instagram post may have made it harder for him to come back because it's going to show less, it's going to have different wrestlers in the company feeling the distrust from Punk, and that, yeah, he went off on people at the press conference, but now he's just going to go off on people on Instagram randomly, like 8-9 months later. Let's see. July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Yeah. 8-9 months later, he's just going to go off on things and on people and about things. So I've always been a big CM Punk fan, but the way he conducts himself sometimes, as far as what we hear, and then again, we're hearing from one side, doesn't sound too favorable as far as him being a quote-unquote team player. So, yeah, according to Wade Keller of PW Torch, many, about the mass majority of the AEW locker room, does not want CM Punk back. Now, speaking of somebody else that used to be in AEW, or that used to be in WWE, that is a former champion, well, that's Mickie James. It was announced last week that Mickie James had suffered some sort of an injury and was not able to defend her Knockouts Women's Championship at the Sacrifice show. And well, at Sacrifice, it was revealed exactly what's going on with Mickie James. Mickie James did reveal that she is dealing with a broken rib. Plans for the future of the Knockouts Championship were explained at the pay-per-view, with James saying she will defend the title against Jordynne Grace, and the winner of the multi-woman match at Multiverse United at Rebellion on April 16th. That is if she can get cleared. If James is unable to be cleared by Rebellion, she will be forced to vacate the championship. So there we go. Mickie James is dealing with a rib injury. She will defend the championship in a triple threat at the Rebellion show on on April 16th. But if some reason they say, nope, you're not cleared, she will be forced to vacate the Knockout World Championship. It was also noted that Impact is hopeful that she will be able to compete, as they are already down one major champion in Josh Alexander, who is dealing with a torn tricep. They underwent surgery and is going to be out for at least 7 months, if not longer. A new Impact World Champion will be crowned this coming week the new World Champion is going to be crowned at Rebellion when Kushida takes on Steve Macklin. So they're not doing the title match at Multiverse United. So it's at Rebellion. Got it. So there we go. Mickie James dealing with a rib injury. She's hoped to be good within the next couple of weeks. And Mickie James, everyone expects that once she's done professional wrestling, like full-time and whatnot, she'll be a WWE Hall of Famer. There's no doubt in my mind that Mickie James will go into the Hall of Fame, but today, WWE did announce another female going into the Hall of Fame this year. WWE did officially announce that Stacy Keibler will be going into the WWE Hall of Fame. WWE first reported the news through People magazine, but WWE posted the following on their website. As first reported by People today, Stacy Keibler will be strutting her way into the WWE Hall of Fame, joining Rey Mysterio, The Great Muta, and Andy Kaufman in the class of 2023. Keibler first made her mark in WCW before heading to WWE as part of the Alliance. Keibler immediately made an impact in WWE, wowing the WWE Universe with her vivacious personality and combustible charisma. Keibler soon emerged as, quote, the Duchess of Dudleyville while managing the Dudley Boys. Keibler went on to employ her services to several ruthless aggression talent, including Test, Scott Steiner, and even for Rosie and the Hurricane, where her alter ego Super Stacy soared in tandem with the superheroes. A force inside the ring, Keibler used her athleticism to take down her opponents and contend for the woman's title many times. She and even faced off against Tori Wilson and Sable at WrestleMania 20. So it's supposed to say she and Jackie Gata. It says she and even faced off. That's weird. After leaving WWE in 2006, Keibler was frequently featured on magazine covers, placed third on the second season of Dancing with the Stars, and had prominent roles in TV shows such as Chuck and How I Met Your Mother. One they're missing that I love, she was on frickin' George Lopez. And in doing so, was technically featured on Cheaters within George Lopez, because she was dating and engaged to George's wife, Angie's dad. And then they used Cheaters to find out that she was cheating on Angie's dad. Just saying. I love George Lopez. WWE congratulates Stacy Keibler, and so do we, on her induction into the WWE Hall of Fame. That's the one acting gig that I remember over everything with Stacy Keibler, is her on frickin' George Lopez. Anyways, congratulations to Stacy Keibler, who will be going into the WWE Hall of Fame. She will be enshrined this Friday night, again, alongside Rey Mysterio, The Great Muta, and Andy Kaufman. Now, as we move forward, we have a little bit of news regarding the WWE World Championship, I guess you can say. According to a new report from Give Me Sport and WrestleVotes, they do state the following. Excuse me. WrestleVotes tells Give Me Sports that a new World Championship belt has been created and is waiting to debut soon. This comes with the intense speculation that Roman Reigns' reign as undisputed WWE Universal Champion will be ending this weekend at WrestleMania. The match, in many eyes, presents the perfect opportunity for Triple H to dethrone Reigns, crowning Cody as the WWE Champion. And this weekend really could start off a new era for WWE, with WrestleVotes telling Give Me Sport in an exclusive interview that Triple H has had a new title approved, stating, quote, there's a new belt. I don't know for sure if it's getting a new name. I don't know if one of the titles is going away, but there's a new belt that WWE has had made. And the decision makers have approved. Like, if they wanted to introduce it on TV tomorrow, they could. Those boxes are checked. Now, at the time of this writing, there's no word on when the new belt will actually be introduced, but after WrestleMania 39 definitely seems like the perfect opportunity, whether that's the Raw right after WrestleMania or somewhere else down the line sooner rather than later. Interestingly, the report goes on to state that this comes after a supposed leak of a brand new World Championship custom made for Cody Rhodes that emerged over the weekend. I don't know if this is a real belt or not. Like, I saw this all over Instagram and Twitter, but we're going to pull these images up on the screen just to look at them really quickly, because these are very, very interesting. These images have been circling over the weekend. Let me pull this up on the screen. Oh, wrong screen. We have this one. And we have this one. So we'll start with this one if it wants to load. So we have this one that's been circulating. I don't know how real it is, though. I think it might not be real. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know if you're watching live in the comments below if you're not watching live. But we have this picture, and we also have this image here showing off a new American Nightmare belt. There's no WWE branding on this at all that I see, which is why I believe this isn't real. And if it's real, it's not real for WWE. Maybe somebody made it for Cody or something, but there's no WWE branding on it anywhere. Hence, again, why I don't really believe that this is a real thing that WWE could introduce. Now, I could be wrong on that. I could be wrong on that for sure. But again, with no WWE branding, again, look at this other image. There's no WWE logo on this anywhere. Where's the WWE logo? Where does it say WWE World Heavyweight Champion, WWE Heavyweight Champion, WWE Universal? There's nothing. It just says American Nightmare, do the work, American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Like, I don't know if that's the belt, but apparently a new belt has been designed. Now, speaking of WrestleMania this weekend, we do know that we have some showcase matches. We have a men's Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match and a women's Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match, and we have some info on that women's tag match. First off, this week on SmackDown, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler did confirm that they don't got to qualify for the Women's Showcase tag match. They've just been placed into it. Yet Ronda is actually going to go into this match and work it injured. Ronda Rousey recently revealed that she's dealing with an old ACL injury, but also a broken radius or torn radius. I don't know exactly if it's broke or torn, but she's dealing with a radius injury that's basically a broken arm. So yes, Ronda Rousey is going to go into this match with a broken arm and a bum knee to boot. Ronda Rousey did confirm both of those on her Instagram, saying that she does have a messed up radius, which is a bone in your forearm, and that she has, well, actually, yeah, I think it's your forearm, and that she has a knee injury that's been bothering her, but the knee injury is like years and years and years and years old. That bothers her every so often. And as we saw on SmackDown, Ronda had her arm all taped up and braced up and whatnot. So, good thing it's a fatal 4-way tag team match. That means there's 8 women in this match, and Ronda can be very limited. So that's one good thing. But speaking of all 8 women for this match, we do now know who potentially, now this has not been officially announced, but who potentially could be that final team in this match. At one point, it was scheduled to be Carmella and Chelsea Green, but something's going down with Carmella that they're not telling us. And so now, according to a new report from Mike Johnson over at PW Insider, he is stating that the final team is actually going to be Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. Many thought maybe it would be Chelsea Green and Piper Niven, based off of Piper Niven teaming with Sonya Deville teaming with Chelsea Green last week on Raw. But according to PW Insider, they're stating that it's Chelsea and Sonya Deville. And it'll be very interesting to see Sonya and Liv tie it up in the ring after they just went and saw Taylor Swift a couple days ago together. But with that, it does look like Chelsea Green and Sonya somehow get added to this match. Whether they just get added, or they qualify tonight is to be seen. Now, speaking of women's tag team matches, we do know some new info regarding the 6-woman tag at WrestleMania, as Becky Lynch confirmed that her match is taking place night 1, and that she wouldn't be opposed to also working night 2. Becky Lynch sat down with Tommy, I'm going to butcher this last name, Tommy Tiernan, and discussed her upcoming big match at WrestleMania against Damage Control, where Becky stated the following: I'm going in on the first night in a 6-woman match. And then because I'm tag team champion, I'm hoping that I would defend the titles on the second night. So, Becky 2 fights. They'll call me. I don't know. They might. We'll try to get that on a t-shirt or something. So this right here does confirm from Becky that at least she's under the impression that her match, the woman's 6-man tag, or 6-woman tag, whatever you want to call it, 6-person tag, will be taking place on night 1 of WrestleMania, so on Saturday. Be interesting if Becky and Lita also defend their titles on night 2. Highly doubt that happens, but they can always do that woman's showcase match on night 1, and then the winner of that becomes number 1 contender and challenges the next night. Now, I believe if I'm making a prediction, Ronda and Shayna win that match. And I don't know if they're going to have Ronda work 2 nights in a row if she's hurt, especially going in hurt in a big match like that for the title. So, yeah, I don't see Becky working 2 nights, and I don't see it becoming Becky 2 fights. But hey, more power to her for wanting to. But the big news coming out of this is that she is under the impression her big 6-woman tag taking place on night 1. So as we move forward, we have some quick hits here to wrap up the show. First one does come from Worked Wrestling on Twitter, I want to say it is. Yes, Worked Wrestling on Twitter. They do state, quote, "Keep an eye out for some glitches and QR codes this week." They didn't state anything else, but that's basically saying, hey, we may get some Bray Wyatt teases later this week. Another quick hit we do have here is WWE has brought in a new referee. A former New Japan referee announced over the weekend that he is now part of the WWE team. Sharing a photo on social media this weekend, Jeremy Marcus has stated that he is now a referee in NXT. He made his first appearance at the NXT house show on Saturday in Sanford, Florida on March 25th and stated, quote, "I'm excited to join the NXT officiating crew. Very honored to be part of this hard-working team. Catch NXT every Tuesday at 8, 7 Central on the USA Network. Hashtag NXT, hashtag NXT Live. We are NXT, hashtag WWE." Now, Marcus was notably a referee for New Japan Pro Wrestling and would mostly officiate matches for the promotion's strong U.S. brand. He often worked in Japan, more recently officiating matches during the 2022 G1 Climax Tour and at January's Wrestle Kingdom 17 plus the New Year's Dash event. He was the official for the main event of the February 18th Battle in the Valley event, making the 3 count for Kazuchika Okada retaining the IWGP World Heavyweight Championship over Hiroshi Tanahashi. So cool. Very nice to see that Marcus is now with WWE. He's starting off in NXT, and we'll see if he eventually makes it to the main roster. It's always cool seeing wrestlers go from NXT to the main roster, but in my opinion, I also think it's really cool seeing referees go from NXT to the main roster as well. I mean, one of the most notable ones over the last couple of years is Jessica Carr. So, as we move forward, Cody Rhodes went a little viral last night. I guess you say Cody and Braun Strowman, because Cody, one strong MFer. Last night, WWE did run a show in Denver, Colorado. And in doing so, and I just lost my notes for this. Give me 2 seconds here. So I had results for that show, and now I've lost them. Here we go. So in doing so, last night in the main event, not the main event, we did see the team of Cody Rhodes, Braun Strowman, and Ricochet was the main event. Ricochet defeat the Bloodlines, the Usos, and Solo Sikoa. But why did Cody go a little viral last night, do you ask? Because of this. Putting a freaking meat man up on his shoulders and walking around the ring like nothing. Cody is one strong-ass MFer. Just throwing all... How much Braun Strowman weigh? Strowman right now is billed at 340. Ooh, boy. I feel like that's a little big for Strowman. I think Strowman's gotten a little smaller than that. Let me see. Yeah, no. Google says he's billed as 340. But yeah, for Cody to throw him up on his shoulders. Now, I haven't seen a video of how he got on Cody's shoulders, if Cody actually had to like deadlift him up or anything. But boy, Cody throwing Braun up on his shoulders like this and walking around the ring to celebrate their win. God damn, Cody. God damn. Make this man the world champion. This man needs to win the title. It's not like, oh, Cena would put guys on his shoulders all the time for the AA. This goddamn guy put him up on his shoulders and walked around with Strowman just sitting up. And then Cody over here flexing too. Like, hot damn. Cody frickin' Rhodes. But now the next thing we got to talk about really quickly, final news story. I got to put up the spoiler alert graphic right here. Spoiler alert, possibly for tonight's Monday Night Raw. We said John Cena is strong, just like Cody here is strong. Well, spoiler alert in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cena could be making a surprise appearance tonight on a Monday Night Raw. According to a new report from PWU Insider, they do state that there's the possibility that John Cena appears tonight on Raw ahead of his big match with Austin Theory at WrestleMania. Cena is currently filming the movie Grand Death Lotto in Atlanta, but it was noted by PWU Insider that he could be showing up tonight on Raw as long as his schedule permits. Cena has only appeared once during WrestleMania season to build up his match with Austin Theory. We got one more night of Monday Night Raw before WrestleMania this weekend. So maybe, just maybe, Cena does show up tonight in Phoenix, Arizona. Again, remember, John Cena and Austin Theory will be kicking off WrestleMania. Their match for the United States Championship will be the first match on night one. With that, guys, spoiler alert is done, and that is going to wrap up the wrestling wrap-up. As far as tonight's Monday Night Raw does go, well, 4 things have so far been announced. Let's pull those up right now off of WWE's website. If their preview is actually working, because it was locked earlier. There we go. They fixed their website. The page was locked earlier. First off, we do know that Cody Rhodes will be going one-on-one with the Bloodlines Solo Sikoa. We also do know that we're getting a WrestleMania weigh-in. Brock Lesnar goes face-to-face with Omos yet again. We also do know that we're getting an 8-man tag team match. It's a showcase for the showcase. On one side, it's Braun Strowman, Ricochet, and the Street Profits. On the other side, it's the Alpha Academy and the Viking Raiders. I don't know why I couldn't say Viking Raiders there for a second. And finally, we got Miz TV, where we will see on Miz TV Trish Stratus, Lita, and Becky Lynch. But with that, these 4 things are so far the only 4 things that have been announced for tonight's Monday Night Raw. With that, guys, that's going to wrap up the wrap-up. I want to say thank you for joining me here. Had kind of a smaller wrap-up today, but still brought you guys the news. And we're talking about some very interesting things, whether that was an AEW or leading up to this weekend's WrestleMania pay-per-view. Also, wait. Got one last thing to add. Looks like a new match has been announced for Supercard of Honor. Yep. Oh, buddy. Oh, my God. Wheeler Yuta will be defending the Pure Championship against Katsuyori Shibata. Woo, baby. My favorite Japanese wrestler, Shibata, wrestling a Pure match against goddamn Wheeler Yuta this Friday night at Supercard of Honor. Holy crap. Well, that's a great way to end the wrap-up. With that, guys, we'll see you back here tonight for Monday Night Raw. Have a good one, and we'll see you next time.